Hey, let me talk to you for a second and hold your attention. It's time to actually make the change that you've been talking about, that you've been wanting to do. It's time for you to become an actual professional. It's time for you to take this job serious. It's time for you to make the next move, set some goals, and show up in the way that you know you need to in order to get yourself to the next level. Okay? Today's the day. It's December 1st. It's a brand new month. Let's get it going before the next year. That way we're just on track to what we need to do. When you show up to work, you better show up dressed nice. This is the first impression. When you show up to work, it says everything about you. How you handle yourself, how you take care of yourself. You know, if you just show up and you're just throwing shit on, shame on you, man. Shame on you. Like, show up and dress professional. I'm not saying you got to wear a suit and tie and be like the most dapper person at the whole entire dealership. But you know what? Match your clothes. You know, wear something that just looks professional. Stop dressing down. Like, dress decent. It's unbelievable that I see some people that come in and they just don't put themselves together very well. It's like, this is the first step. Even if you have to go to the thrift store or you have to go to Walmart or wherever, just get some stuff that looks nice, because your confidence level is going to go up when you do this. And if you truly want to be a professional, that's where it starts. That's where you have complete control. Show up to work a little bit early. How about that? Have you ever thought about that? Show up just a little bit early. Stop showing up right on time or 5 minutes past. Show up a little bit early. Show everybody that you want to be there. By showing up, you're telling the world, like, I want to be here. I choose to be here because I got here early. When you show up late, it's like, I kind of regret coming here. I'm not really feeling today. I don't really want to come in. That's what you're telling the world, because you're not even punctual. You're not even being there. And then all the stuff that your sales manager talks about, when are you going to actually listen to it? When? Come on. There's some valuable information, and I know it's on repeat most of the time. And the reason why it's on repeat is because you're not listening to it. They wouldn't have to talk about it over and over again if you actually just did it. But seriously, let's be a professional. Let's set the course of action in the positive direction. Let's not wait till January to decide this is going to be the best year ever. No. This month, this is the best month ever. Actually make your phone calls. Actually do your task with quality. Actually go out on the lot looking for customers. Actually go hunt for a customer to find. Go talk to somebody in service. There's so many things you could be doing. But instead, you choose to do the same old thing. You know, this car business, it's not that difficult. It really isn't that difficult. You know, I always say it at the simplest form. Find somebody to talk to and then show them something that they would consider buying. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. That's really the job. But sometimes you guys have a hard time with that. You know, it's like when we do training. You know, most salespeople, when we do training, what do they want to talk about? The 10%, the hardest customers. They always bring up the hardest customers or the toughest situations. They never want to talk about the 80% in the middle. They always want to talk about the hard stuff. And I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to test the sales manager or oh, look what I'm going through. You know, what are you going to do with this customer? It's like, nothing. I wouldn't do anything with that customer. It's like, whatever. It's 10%. Dude, it's a hard customer. Whatever. Get over it. But what I would do if you're asking me, but I'm not sure why you are asking me, because you ain't going to do it. I already know. But I would actually try my hardest and go through everything I've ever been taught and I've ever learned, and I would try it on that customer. I would do some live training. That's what I would do, actually, if it was the hardest customer in the world. I'd just try everything, because I ain't got nothing to lose, and I already know that I'm not going to sell my vehicle, so I just try my hardest. Try everything, see what works, see what doesn't work. That's what I would do. But I know you ain't going to do that. Maybe you will. Maybe this is the month that you actually do that. And if you do that, kudos to you. But be different, okay? Be different. Doesn't matter how many videos I have. how many things I tell you, it's not going to matter till you make the choice. That's why I don't do a lot of objection training, and I don't talk about all that kind of stuff, because that stuff doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter until this other stuff gets handled, until you show up like a professional, till you outwork everybody, till you follow the process to a T. Then other stuff doesn't matter. Like, what, you're just going to try to close the hardest customers? You're not going to do all the other stuff right? Maybe that's why you are getting the toughest customers, because the only customers you seem to be able to find are the one nobody else wants to talk to. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. But hey, this month, okay? This month, on a positive note, last month's over. This is a new month, okay? Let's write down your goals. Get into depth on your goals. Get into depth. How many people you need to talk to? Everything. How many test drives? How many write-ups? How much money do you need to make? You know, what happens if this goes sideways? What are you going to do? How many calls are you going to make? How many texts do you need to send out? How many emails? You know, are you going to change up your emails? Are you going to do videos? You know, get into depth on these goals. And why? Why do you really want to achieve it? Where are you trying to go? What are you going to do with the money? You know, why are you trying to sell this many cars? What's the goal in the future? Okay, these are the things that we need to talk about. These are the things that we need to get down. Once we start getting those things down, we start handling those. Sure, we could talk about some objections. We could talk about some other stuff. But until then, let's make this a December to remember. Okay, guys? Have a great day. Kept this one pretty short today. It's a brand new month, brand new day. Let's get it started before next year, okay? I believe in you. Believe in yourself. As always, hustle over talent, okay? Don't get discouraged. Let's get after it. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
We all show up, but we ain't built the same. One's chasing glory, one's playing the game. One's got the gift, don't break a sweat. The other's out here grinding with nothing left. One wants the crowd, the lights, the fame. The other's in the dark, just building a name. One was born with it, one had to grow. One's got talent, one's got hustle.